Hi, I'm Gary Goldsmith. GG. Would you like to have 4 of my personal favourite pitches that I use to create needs? Yay! I'm going to call it Never Hearing No, and you'll find out why. I'm giggling, right, because I know what's coming. I used to love using these. These are my favourite tricks and my favourite pieces to show off, and I don't really get the opportunity to do it as much as I used to anymore. The best I can really do is share them with you, good people. Now, there's loads more where this comes from, but ultimately that's just for RDLC members, mentors and clients of mine. Now, number 1, asking clients with help on something is totally disarming. It's golden, and although it's super counterintuitive, it really works. Imagine calling that one-of-a-kind client who has zero interest in you and is a full-time blocker. And pitching, I'd really appreciate your help. One thing is personal. That sounds way more ominous than it is, but you'll understand when I talk to you. The second is a business loan, and it's only someone like you I can talk to about this. So it's kind of really important to me. If you were to do this 2 or 3 or 4 times, you will get a response because people are just dead curious. I always used to ask about their career trajectory, how they did what they did, where they are now, what mantras and philosophies they have used, and see if they actually could work for me. Tell them what you're doing. And depending on the vibe, and it does matter on their vibe because some people just aren't up for this, saying that she is a whale internally within the business. They've totally disengendered themselves from us and want to know how they can be so too cool for school when it comes to working with us. And ask for that help, that follow-on help, which is based around building new client solutions. I'm trying to build something brand new. So my investment is understanding your frustration in human capital resource and the solutions processes that you've actually adopted and what might work. So we've yet to work together, which randomly is brilliant time for us to work together. Because once we have worked together, people generally tell me what I want to hear and I make it to their speed dial. And at which point, I'm not going to get an honest feedback. So I desperately need to speak to you. Are you free tomorrow? If you do this well, it's a 100% success rate. And seriously, you will make money every time you take this and you turn it into a meeting. Now, if clients don't pick up or fail to respond or even ghost mid-process, book in a next action. An assumptive approach saying that you wouldn't do this normally, but because it's them and you've been looking at ways to stand out from the other suppliers, you're going to send a contractor who you think is out of this world to be with them at 2:00 tomorrow. Please let me know ASAP so I can reschedule if that isn't appropriate. Just remember, this is an action against an invented opportunity. As far as you know it, they do not need any resource. That's how cheeky you're going to be. Now they're going to get on the phone, right? Or I can sense that you're struggling to make time to meet me, to respond to me even. So I've been cheeky and I've rearranged diaries. So I'm going to be with you at 12:00 tomorrow, unless you tell me differently. Will you have time for lunch? Now this gets response and it often gets a bit of a raise. So people are just a bit angry about the fact that you've done it, which I think is brilliant. And I'm giggling because doing it repeatedly myself, anything that they say to you, they are on the hook. That is a big fish swimming around, flapping, making a big noise. But ultimately, they're going to tire themselves out and they're very, very, very easy to reel in. Now, everyone, we should be good enough to dance around any of the objections that they might say. But remember, I love doing this. If you can dance, this is the place to do it. Number 3. I was telling someone this the other day and we both ended up wetting ourselves and just seeing how funny it was and how far you can take it. I used to make a joke that when I'm with a customer and on the phone, that I can only hear yes even when they say no. So David, I'm on such a great roll and an even better mood. My brain is set on positive mode. Every no you say hits me as an okay, I'm in. A little bit like Dragon's Den, isn't it? Very much like that. Then you have to close off by offering something that is at your own risk. So a trial start on contract, again, without knowing anything about what they might need. It's a genius conversation opener. Scheduling a call with CEOs and saying that it's in the diary. Oh my God, you're going to get a call back so fast. It's cheeky, it's fun, and trust me, deliver with confidence. They will bend to your will and will go a long, long, long way to becoming a business buddy. And they will have those conversations with you based on, do you remember that time when? It is very memorable. The question that falls off the back of that is, are your people salesy enough to do any of this en masse? Number 4. Now, I call it the long con, but there's no con involved in it. It's very direct, actually. So, intro. Please don't give me vacancies today. Instantly taking away something that you haven't even sold to them. I don't know you well enough to do the best job that we can in terms of delivery until we've met. I'd like to schedule some calls to talk about the really sexy stuff that we can do with you. When you trust me enough to listen to the brilliant stuff that we are doing with competitor, imagining I take action on all of your perm hires, a one-call process going forward. We save you time, effort, money, all of that good stuff, but we can actually turn the cost of hiring into a profit centre. But I can't really do that until you trust me. So how do we start that relationship? That is a brilliant tease, by the way, and it's all true. If you close with, all I want to take from this is one thing, using your best guess, when will you have a need for more people, project delivery, an SOW, because all sorts can happen when you're at this point. So it's the future funnel, but we call them F jobs. You're planning for when they will be needing you next. Gives you plenty of warm-up time. Now, these are 4 of my favourite client pitches to create need, especially on contract, SOW and programs of work. On perm, again, you can sell bundles this way, but don't just be on the phone and just pitch normal stuff. Be super creative. And as my daughter says, the rules are, there are no rules, Dad. Don't say no to any of these until you try them, because they are left field. And if your people push back, then you know you've got an issue and you're hiring the wrong people and not sales enough. Right, peace and love, and I'll see you soon.